Chosen one, get ready for a holy rendezvous. It will be surprising. This is not a regular season. This is not a routine moment in your life. Something sacred is about to unfold before your eyes. A divine appointment is being scheduled in the realm you cannot yet see, but soon you will feel it. Heaven has carved out a secret meeting between you and destiny. You may not know the coordinates, the hour, or even the method, but what you need to know is this: you're being summoned by something greater than you've ever imagined. This isn't an ordinary encounter. This is a holy rendezvous that has been arranged to shift everything in your life. So watch this video until the end, chosen one. You are here by divine invitation, not coincidence. This message is a sacred reminder that wishes still come true and the universe is listening. Write your warmest wish in the comments along with the number 777. And let the vibration of your intention activate a powerful release in the atmosphere. You are not typing a number. You are unlocking a sign. Now, chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You've felt something stirring. You've known in your heart that something unusual was coming, but you couldn't describe it. You sensed the whispers of change, the tug of something unfamiliar, and the silence before a breakthrough. That wasn't imagination. That was alignment. That was preparation. That was heaven calibrating your spirit to receive what your eyes have never seen, but what your soul has always known. You are not far from it now. You are standing at the edge of something magnificent, something divinely authored just for you. This rendezvous will be unlike anything you've ever experienced before. It is not just an answered prayer. It's a divine surprise wrapped in grace. You didn't earn it by force. You didn't manipulate it. You aligned with it by surviving what should have broken you. You positioned yourself not by perfection, but by persistence. You said yes when it didn't make sense. You moved forward when fear told you to run. You kept the light on in your soul, even when the world around you was filled with shadows. And now, the holy is about to meet you where your heart has waited the longest. The surprise isn't in the encounter alone. It's in the way it will unfold. It won't be a loud trumpet or grand announcement. It might come as a subtle whisper, a sudden connection, a silent peace that overtakes your worry. It might appear through someone you least expect or happen in a place that doesn't look sacred. But make no mistake, it will be divine. This is how heaven operates, not always in thunder, but always in truth. Not always in noise, but always in power. You've been prepared for this moment in ways you couldn't even see. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment was not a denial. It was redirection. The timing had to be divine. The location had to be exact. The condition of your heart had to be softened, sharpened, and sanctified, not for punishment, but for positioning. God was not just preparing the blessing for you. He was preparing you for the blessing. And now, because of what you endured, because of what you grew through, you are finally compatible with what is about to arrive. Chosen one, you are about to walk into a moment that will change the story you tell about yourself. This encounter will not just bless you, it will awaken you. It will remind you who you really are. It will break the lies spoken over your life and silence the doubts that tried to keep you small. You were never meant to live unnoticed. You were never created to stay hidden. You were always meant to meet the divine face to face in a moment that would mark you forever. And that moment is closer than you think. What's coming is sacred. It's not just another breakthrough, it's a holy unveiling. It's the type of alignment that reveals why it had to be you, why you had to endure the betrayal, why you had to walk through seasons of silence, why you had to learn patience in places where no one clapped for you. The rendezvous you are about to experience will make it all make sense. You won't just receive, you'll understand. You won't just be elevated, you'll be enlightened. Don't be surprised when things begin to shift rapidly. What took years to build will suddenly come together in moments. What looked like a delay will suddenly be seen as divine protection. You are not behind. You are right on schedule for the miracle encounter that has your name on it. Trust that this holy moment is not just coming. It's being orchestrated with precision. The details are not being missed. The divine coordinates are being set. You may feel like nothing is happening. You may be wondering why you've had to wait so long. But remember this: the silence before a divine encounter is never a punishment. It is a sacred pause, a holy breath before the miracle breathes new life into you. Don't misinterpret the quiet. The heavens are not inactive. They are preparing the path. What you feel as stillness is actually a sacred arrangement taking place behind the veil. There is a divine unveiling coming. And when it happens, it will feel surreal. People who once overlooked you will suddenly recognize you. Doors that were once locked will now swing open without resistance. Resources that once seemed out of reach will find you without struggle. It's not luck. It's alignment. You have moved into position, and now heaven is moving everything into place. This encounter isn't just for your benefit. It's for your calling. What you are about to experience will empower you to step fully into the role you were born to carry. It's not just a gift. It's a responsibility. It's not just favor. It's divine commissioning. You've been trusted with this moment because you've proven faithful in the waiting. You didn't quit. You didn't give up. And now, what's been promised is preparing to present itself in your reality. Let your spirit be expectant. Let your soul be still and ready. Don't overthink this moment. Just prepare your heart. The rendezvous you're about to walk into will not ask for credentials. It will not ask for your qualifications. It will recognize your identity. It will see your spirit. And it will honor your perseverance. More is coming. And it's coming with glory attached. There are moments in life that pass quietly, barely remembered. And then there are moments so infused with purpose that they become etched into your spirit forever. This holy rendezvous is one of those moments. It is being crafted not merely to change your day, but to recalibrate your destiny. It's more than a meeting. It's a collision between heaven's will and your readiness. You will not walk away from this the same. You cannot encounter divine orchestration and remain ordinary. There is a sacred silence before destiny reveals itself. And that's the stage you're in now. It may feel like nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, God is building the bridge between your current position and your next level. The shift is spiritual before it ever becomes visible. And right now, your spirit is being summoned to a higher realm. This invitation is not casual. It is not common. You were selected. You were handpicked. There is a time-sensitive anointing being placed upon you, and it is tied directly to this upcoming encounter. The surprise will not just be in what shows up. It will be in how easily it comes together. What once required endless effort will now flow with grace. What once felt like resistance will now be replaced with divine acceleration. You will feel it. You will know when you are standing in the moment heaven had been planning for you all along. It may be disguised in ordinary surroundings, but your soul will recognize the divine fingerprints on it. Get ready. The scenery of your life is about to change. The atmosphere around you is already responding to your readiness. People are being moved. Circumstances are being shifted. Delays are being lifted. The unseen realm is moving on your behalf, and not just for a small adjustment. This is a major alignment. You are being positioned for visibility. The version of you that has remained hidden, overlooked, or underestimated is now being called to the forefront. You will not have to force your way into this next chapter. You will be ushered in. And it won't be because of who you know. It will be because of who you are. This holy rendezvous is not the result of networking, manipulation, or striving. It is heaven's recognition of your authenticity. The divine doesn't respond to appearance. It responds to alignment. And right now, your life is echoing with the sound of ready. This isn't about fame. It's not about ego. It's about assignment. It's about walking in the fullness of your divine calling. The moment you meet this encounter, everything will shift. Your voice will carry new weight. Your presence will command spiritual authority. The places you used to feel insecure in will now feel like home. You won't have to explain yourself. You'll simply embody the shift. You are being separated from the old, not because the old was evil, but because it no longer fits. The thoughts you used to entertain, the battles you used to fight, the circles you used to shrink into, all of it is becoming too small for who you are becoming. You are being stretched into greatness. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's necessary. You cannot carry old energy into a new dimension. Don't be alarmed if you feel things being stripped from your life. That's part of the preparation. The divine rendezvous requires lightness. What's falling away isn't being stolen. It's being surrendered. Trust that. Trust the release. You're not losing. You're clearing space for something far greater than your current mind can imagine. You are being emptied so that you can be filled with glory. You are going to look back at this time and realize that it was never about what you were lacking. It was about what was being positioned for perfect delivery. The detours were not distractions. They were divine rerouting instructions. You didn't miss anything. In fact, you're arriving right on time for the greatest surprise heaven ever prepared for your soul. Let your spirit remain open, even if your surroundings seem unchanged. Divine encounters often arrive when least expected. But when they come with unmistakable clarity. Your soul will say, "This is it." And you'll know, not by logic, but by divine resonance. You'll feel it in your bones. You'll sense it in your heart. You'll breathe it in the atmosphere. Something sacred is about to collide with your reality. The ones who once doubted you will be silenced, not by your explanations, but by your elevation. Your rise will not be loud, but it will be undeniable. You will not need to shout. You will shine. And the glow that surrounds you will not be of this world. It will be the residue of holy interaction. You will radiate the power of someone who stood in the presence of destiny and returned changed. Chosen one, prepare your inner world. Anchor your peace. Sharpen your discernment. This is not the time for confusion. This is the time for clarity. And clarity will not come from overthinking. It will come from alignment, from stillness, from trust. You don't need to chase anything right now. You just need to be in position. Let the surprise come to you. Let heaven deliver it in the way only heaven can. The divine doesn't operate on human timelines. It moves when the conditions of your spirit match the requirements of the moment. And now, the conditions are aligning. The heavens are open. The encounter is imminent. The promise is in motion. Don't try to predict the outcome. Just prepare the altar of your heart to receive it. It's happening, chosen one. And it's going to be more beautiful, more powerful, and more transformative than you ever thought possible. This divine rendezvous will not just open doors, it will open your eyes. You will begin to see yourself the way heaven has always seen you. No more through the lens of past failures or wounds. No more through the perspective of those who never saw your worth. This encounter will shift your self-perception. It will remind you of your royalty. It will pull you out of the shadows and into a light that was made to fit you. You may have walked for years with questions. Why me? Why this? Why now? But after this encounter, the answers will begin to emerge not through words, but through evidence. The fruit of your faith will begin to bloom. Not only will you see change, you'll become the change. You'll embody the breakthrough. Your life will speak louder than your prayers ever could. This is the unveiling. This is the moment when what was once hidden begins to shine. You won't have to beg to be seen. You won't have to convince anyone to believe in you. The hand of God on your life will be too obvious to be denied. Your steps will be ordered with such precision that even the detours will seem intentional. You'll no longer wonder if you're in the right place. You'll know. You are not walking into a season. You are walking into a sacred era. The time of wandering is over. The time of questioning is over. You are about to step into divine clarity, divine confidence, and divine coordination. And when it happens, you will feel the inner confirmation that says, "This is the moment I was made for." There's a reason you've been feeling the pressure. There's a reason your soul has been restless. It's the contraction before delivery. You're not being crushed. You're being crowned. The stretching is preparation. The tension is divine weight being added to your calling. This moment of rendezvous is not about relief. It's about release. The release of every gift, every anointing, every grace that's been waiting inside you to be activated. You are entering a realm where you will no longer have to chase opportunity. Opportunity will chase you. Favor will recognize your name. Doors will open not because of effort, but because of essence. You've become the embodiment of alignment, and now the universe must respond. Not out of obligation, but because you are finally vibrating on the frequency of fulfillment. People will say you changed overnight, but they won't know the nights you cried, the days you doubted, the prayers you whispered in silence. They won't know the internal transformation, the secret sacrifices, the private pain. But heaven knows. Heaven recorded every seed, every step, every surrender. And now, heaven is rewarding you in the most divine way possible, with an appointment only the chosen receive. You didn't ask for attention. You asked for alignment. And because of that, you will receive a level of attention that doesn't come from self-promotion. It comes from divine spotlight. You were made to be a sign and a wonder. You were designed to be a living reminder that the supernatural is still active in the world, that God still appoints, that destiny still calls, that holy surprises still unfold. So get ready. Don't try to figure out the method. Just make room in your spirit. Clear out the old doubts. Sweep away the mental clutter. Open the window of your faith. The winds of change are blowing in your direction, and they carry with them the fragrance of breakthrough. The shift will be spiritual before it is physical. You will feel it before you see it. But when it shows up, it will confirm what your heart already knew. There will be no confusion, no second guessing, only peace, only joy. only undeniable assurance that this is what your soul has been waiting for. Let this be your confirmation. What's coming isn't random. It's revelation. You are being summoned because your name has been called in the chambers of the unseen. Your presence has been requested by divine order. Not because you're perfect, but because you're ready. Heaven doesn't consult human opinion before it promotes. Heaven doesn't ask permission to favor you. When it's time, it's time. And your time, chosen one, is now. Don't shrink. Don't second guess. Don't delay your arrival by doubting your worth. Rise with grace. Walk in with boldness. Your presence alone is a message. It tells the world something holy is happening here. This rendezvous will be both a reward and a revelation. It will reward you for your obedience, but it will also reveal to you the next dimension of your identity. You think you know who you are, but after this, you'll meet a new version of yourself, one born out of sacred elevation. Don't be surprised if you feel alone right now. Separation is often the final stage before manifestation. Heaven needs to remove distractions before the download. You're not being isolated for pain. You're being positioned for presence, for proximity, for power. Everything that has felt delayed will suddenly make sense. The no's you received before will now turn into go. The closed doors will swing open, not because you forced them, but because you grew into the person who no longer needs to knock. You just walk in. Because this next season doesn't require permission. It requires presence, and your presence is enough. Chosen one, this isn't just a moment in your life. It is the moment that all other moments have been preparing you for. The kind of holy rendezvous you are about to experience doesn't just touch your circumstances. It rewrites the blueprint of your being. You're not just walking into a divine meeting. You're walking into the core of who you've always been called to be. And it will surprise you, not because you're unworthy, but because it's so much more than you even dared to hope for.